Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning my students. Today we will study unit 3 about classifying animals in bahasa pengelompokan hewan. Before we study about animal classification, we will discuss in general the group of living thing. I think you have studied about the group of living thing in first grade or maybe second grade, that the living things divide into animal, plant and also human. And then for today we will study more complete that the group of living thing divide into human, animals and also plants, and then fungi in bahasa fungi, and then the last microorganism in bahasa mikroorganisme. So manusia, hewan, tumbuhan, fungi, dan mikroorganisme. Human, animals, plants, fungi, and microorganism. You can see your book, page 32 up to 33, about the group of living things. Maybe one of you want to ask, teacher, why there is no human? Kenapa kok tidak ada human in the group of living thing? Only 4 group. Actually, we have the same character. Kita itu punya ciri-ciri yang sama, like the ones of animals that is called mammal. Jadi ada salah satu hewan that is called mammal yang disebut mamalia. We will study the mammal next week that have same characteristic like human. Jadi ciri-cirinya seperti manusia. So we are included in mammal, kita dimasukkan dalam golongan mamalia. Jadi buku ini memasukkan kita dalam hewan golongan mamalia. But because we are Muslim, kita orang Islam, and then Allah has made the most perfect living things. Allah itu sudah menciptakan makhluk hidup yang paling sempurna, that is called human. So as a Muslim, we still write human different with the animals. Tetap teacher bedakan ya. Meskipun pada dasarnya kita itu memiliki karakter, we have the same characters, our body, ciri-ciri kita seperti mammals, hewan golongan mamalia, tapi Allah itu has made us the most perfect. Allah sudah menciptakan kita paling sempurna. So, I still write human different with the animals. You can see the example of the picture of the group living thing here. Human and also animals. There is horse, fish, eagle, and then the plant. There is sunflower, and then fern, and then for fungi there is mushroom, jamur ya. And then for microorganism, micro it's mean very very small or tiny, and then organism it's mean living thing. So microorganism it's mean the living things that are very very small or tiny, that cannot be seen by using our naked eye. For microorganism, to see the microorganism we need the equipment that we call microscope. Jadi kita butuh microscope to see the microorganism. Okay, now for the next slide, we will study about the classifications of animal. If just now we talk about the group of living thing in general, now we talk about the classifications of animal. The first we have to know the reason. Why do we need to classify the animals? Kenapa sih kita harus mengelompokkan hewan? The first reason here, because there are many kinds of animals in the world. And then the second reason, it helps us to identify and understand the animals better. For example, you go to the zoo and then you see the animals, but you don't know the name. Jadi ceritanya, go to the zoo and then you see the animal, but you don't know the name. After that, you want to tell your friend, what animal just now that you see? Hewan apa sih barusan yang kamu lihat? Then you want to tell your friend. Then, how do you explain to your friend if you don't classify them? Can you answer? How do you explain to your friend? Bagaimana kalian jelaskan to your friend if you don't classify the animal? So it's important to classify the animal. For example, you explain to your friend like this. Just now I see the animals. What animals? I don't know the name. Saya tidak tahu namanya. But this animal, the body covered by feather. Kulitnya ditutupin bulu. So your friend thinks, so feather, berarti hewan ini golongan unggas. And then I think this animals laying egg, kayaknya nih bertelur nih. Oh ya benar, berarti golongan unggas. So the classifications of animal help you to identify and understand the animals better. Although you don't know the names of the animals because there are so many animals in the world, but you can recognize them by knowing the classification. That's all that I mean, yeah. Just now we have discussed why do we need to classify the animals. Now for this slide, how do we classify the animals? Okay, for this slide we will discuss how do we classify the animal. Berdasarkan apa sih, bagaimana sih kita mengklasifikasi, mengelompokkan hewan. We can classify the animal based on the presence of backbone. Jadi kita itu can classify the animals based on the presence of backbone, berdasarkan ada tidaknya tulang belakang. Based on the presence of backbone, the animals can be classified into two, vertebrates and invertebrates. So you know two new term. I give you the new term here, vertebrate and invertebrate. What are teacher? The definition. What are the meaning? Artinya apa sih teacher? Vertebrate and invertebrate. Okay, let's discuss it one by one. Vertebrate. Vertebrate are animals with a backbone. Hewan yang memiliki tulang belakang. We call this is vertebrate or vertebrata. Hewan bertulang belakang. Then the vertebrate can be divided into 5 groups. We will discuss the 5 groups of vertebrate next week. Okay, these are the groups of vertebrate. The first is mammal, mamalia, hewan menyusui, and then the next aves. Okay, this is bird, unggas, and then reptiles, hewan melata, reptil, and then the next amphibian, amphibi. And then the last fish, golongan ikan. So these are the 5 group of vertebrate, the animals with backbone. Mammals, aves, reptiles, and then amphibian and fish. You can see the picture. This is the example of mammals, hewan menyusui or mamalia. And then birds, aves, unggas. And then the next amphibian, amphibi, this is the example, frog. And then the next reptiles, the example here, small house of lizard, cicak. Sometimes students not believe that lizard, small house of lizard, have backbone. Teacher, masa sih ini punya tulang belakang? Let's see, this is the backbone of lizard. Okay, and then the last here, fish, golongan ikan. These are the example of the group of vertebrate. And then the next group is invertebrate. What are invertebrate? Animals without a backbone. So the difference only with and without. Animals without a backbone we call invertebrate or avertebrata. Hewan tidak memiliki tulang belakang. What are the example of animal that without a backbone, that do not have a backbone? You can see here. This is the example of animals that don't have a backbone. Some animals have jointed leg and then others don't have jointed leg. For these kinds of invertebrate, we also discuss it later. Okay, thank you for today, my student. We have finished with the introduction of Unit 3, the topic about classifications of animals. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.